Okay, welcome to our latest Swampcast. We are here in Hoover, Alabama, day 2 of the SEC Media Days. Robbie Andrew and Pat Dooley of the Gainesville Sun. And Robbie, it started with the new circus, which is Johnny Manziel.
Yeah, the zoo got early. The minute he got in the building, everybody tweeted it. People were following all over the place. And Doug said they were knocking over furniture to keep up with it. So a wild morning with Johnny football.
Yeah, when I came down, there was this crowd, huge crowd right over there, and I was like, what's going on? I walked over, and it was Johnny Manziel waiting to go on ESPN. And he wouldn't even do anything, he was just standing there, and there was all these people. And then the mad rush to get to his table once they announced where it was going to be in the big room.
In the main room, it was like a stampede to get back to this little corner, and people were backed up 40 people deep, it looked like. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, I had people were trying to bribe me to get. I had a good spot. I was like 3 back. So
that big ESPN camera had a good spot too. Even though they talked to him earlier.
Hey, look, ESPN owns this thing. It used to be a great event. It's not anymore. ESPN's bought it, so it is what it is. But Manziel was, I thought Manziel would handle himself well, but there was almost like a smirk to him. Yeah. Look, I'm gonna be me, and if you guys don't like it, tough. And I haven't done anything terrible, and he hasn't done anything terrible.
Like he said, he's 20 years old, he wants to have fun, but some of the writers followed him everywhere he went. He stuck to his story the whole time.
Yeah, no, he did.
He didn't change it, so he had the story down, and he feels comfortable that people are going to accept that. And he's ready to move on and get to practice.
Today was, the big day was because we had 6 guys, and in fact, 4 of them, the brand new coaches of the SEC, and Robbie dealt with them. I thought they did fine. I mean, there was nothing special to me that came out of them. No reason to run out and go, well, I think they're going to be a lot better.
No, it was typical of first-year guys. They're optimistic. They've got a little momentum going with recruiting. And now it changes because they get ready for the season. This is when the work begins. Like Mullen said, all 4 of those guys have been around a lot. They'll know what to do. They'll adjust and get going. And they know what's in front of them.
Yeah, I thought Beelan was probably the best of the 4.
He got fired up.
But Mark Stoops definitely sounds just like his brother.
He does. You close your eyes.
Yeah.
Like Stoops used in the building.
Yeah, so you had those 4, and then of course Dan Mullen, and the thing with Dan Mullen that we keep wondering is there a ceiling there for Mississippi State? This is as good as they're going to get.
Yeah, can you go any further? And now Ole Miss is taking their momentum away, so you have to wonder what Hugh Freeze is doing, what's going to affect Dan Mullen's job security.
And he was asked about that, and he without naming them, of course, because that's an urban tradition. He talked about how the fact that they've got a little momentum going is going to make the game that much better on Thanksgiving night. I'm looking forward to that one already. We haven't got to the start of the season. I'm looking forward to the Thanksgiving game. But, other than that, it was pretty low-key today. The most interesting thing to me, anyway, was when I was talking to the Tennessee offensive linemen, and both of them, without being prompted, brought up Ronald Powell.
I know. When you told me that, I'm thinking, where did that come from?
I know. The guy hasn't played in over a year, but they think he's one of the best defensive ends in the country, or in the SEC, and I think we'll see if he can live up to that. But you can read that in the Gainesville Sun, of course, along with all of Robbie's stuff. Robbie doing, of course, the boxes every day on the different teams. Tomorrow we find out who the media, who never gets it right, picks to win the SEC.
We got it right last year.
Last year, yeah.
And I think we're going to get it right this year, too.
You don't know who I picked. I changed my pick.
You did?
Yeah. I picked whoever's going to win it. That's what I picked.
You've already picked one in print, so.
Well, the one in print's I got to live with, but I picked somebody else. And I picked a different quarterback, but that's a whole other story. But we'll have the All-SEC team as well. So, big day tomorrow. And, of course, tomorrow, Saban, Miles, Rick, James Franklin's going to feel like the Ringo, basically.
Yeah. But when Saban comes, it's always special. The entourage, the fans, and it'll be fun.
Well, I was looking back because the escalator going up wasn't working back on. I said, they better get that fixed before Nick Saban comes.
He would just float up without it, man. He doesn't need it.
He would ascend. All right, we'll be back with you tomorrow. We look forward to it. And, today was a long, long day. We're all tired. We're ready to go get something to eat. But 6 teams in one day, this is a hard day.
You're right, yeah.
So we'll be back with you tomorrow. Until then, Pat Dooley, Robbie Andrew, live from Hoover, Alabama, saying so long.